in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Nice temperatures inside the Al McGuire Center for the second match in as many days between Marquette and DePaul. DePaul playing match number 2 of its regular season. Marquette looking for its second Big East win in as many nights. For the Golden Eagles, the story on Friday night was balance. Balance in scoring, balance offensively, and a better defensive effort for the Golden Eagles. 6 players, 4+ kills for Marquette. You get a look at KJ Lines there. She was a part of it. 7 kills on 14 swings for her. Has had a couple of good matches in a row. We'll see what she brings on this Saturday afternoon. Along with my partner, Michelle Griffin-Wenzel, I'm Patrick Reed. Michelle, KJ was part of the offensive story for the Golden Eagles, but Claire Nussmeier showed up in a big way for Marquette last night.
Claire Nussmeier, the 6'2 sophomore middle hitter, did such an excellent job in her slides. As you see right there, elevating nice and high and snapping that arm down through, hitting a hard ball. But she also did a fabulous job on blocking, and that's why she was my player of the game. She's so quick at locating the sets and the hitters on blocking. And if Marquette wants to continue to improve on their blocking, Claire Nussmeier has to be a huge part of that equation.
That was an area of the game that Ryan Tice pointed out that he wanted to see improved, and they're getting it from a sophomore who last year played in just 7 sets, is called on to do much more this season. As for DePaul, and when we'll get to them, Avery Evans-Allen, an impressive performance for her. When we thought we would see more Donna Brown, we saw more of Evans-Allen.
Yeah, the 6-foot senior really stepped it up right there in isolation. So look for her to be a dynamo on the net this afternoon.
Starting lineups being introduced for the Marquette Golden Eagles. 5-2 this season, ranked number 25 in the ABCA poll. This is the first Big East weekend. It's the second weekend taking on a Big East foe. Golden Eagles had Creighton last weekend, split with the Blue Jays, looking for a sweep of DePaul this afternoon. Starters are out on the floor for the Golden Eagles. See both Claire Mosier and Taylor Wolf, the dueling setters for the Golden Eagles. Ryan Tice, the head coach in his 7th year at Marquette, wanted to see some improvements based on what he'd seen earlier. Said, you know, we're still growing, we're still learning. Losing has been helpful for us at times, but Marquette good last night, dealing with a DePaul team that put some pressure on them in set 2. 3 lead changes. Marquette was solid offensively. And there's a look at Marie Zidek, the 3rd-year head coach of the DePaul Blue Demons, who put out a young group last night. Michelle, 5 freshmen made their debuts. 4 returning players. That's not a lot of players who have played in her system, played her style. A lot of newcomers saw time last night, so at times we saw miscommunications, missed assignments for DePaul. They'll look to clean that up today.
And the future is so bright for DePaul. If she can maintain the connection between these freshmen, which was last night led by Hanna Karl, I really think DePaul is going to be someone to reckon with down the road.
Taylor Wolf starts it off for the Golden Eagles. Relatively quiet night for the triple-double machine from Laconia, Minnesota. 4 of them this season. Drives her first chance right down the line. Back row play at times for DePaul was a little bit out of sorts last night, but again, new players, part of the reason why. Savannah Rennie, 6 kills last night, hit 25%. She is the Big East Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, and just a nice little quick set there. A 2-ball right up to Rennie. Fast action. DePaul had no chance against that.
Karl is set and gets her first kill. You mentioned Hanna Karl, 5 kills on 20 swings. A couple of aces and a good defensive effort as well, with 7 digs in her collegiate debut. 6-foot freshman out of Carlsbad, California. Part of the quintet of freshmen that appeared last night for the Blue Demons. Digs this out. Well, another net violation against DePaul, and some of those types of mistakes were really the difference at times last night.
Yeah, we saw that at least 3 times in set number 2 where the middle hitters, whether it was Evans Allen or Donna Brown, making contact with the net.
Murrihy, the back set for Price, who knocks it down. Emma Price found the floor 7 times.
And that was one of the 2 bright spots on offense, I thought, for DePaul, was that slide to Price. But also when they fed Evans Allen in the middle, she led her team with 10 kills.
Yeah, we'll see when she gets it going. Donna Brown is out there now. Brown an all Big East selection. Price here, back corner, yes, for Emma Price.
That connection is so good right now. Murrihy is a brand new setter for this DePaul squad. She's getting comfortable with her hitters, but so far she's done a great job of setting the table to the right side.
KJ lines off of hands. It goes over. It's a Marquette point on the recovery.
Lucky spin on that ball for
I'd
sure.
say so. Some home cooking for the Golden Eagles, who are looking for their 3rd win in the Al McGuire Center this season. Hanna Vandenberg had a really good night serving, gets her first ace and her 3rd of the weekend. Vandenberg last year 2nd on the team with her 24 aces. Sophomore from Little Chute was a Big East preseason all-conference selection this year. Hard swing through the middle, kept alive by Marquette, and the free ball will give DePaul the chance as Murrihy again will back set Price. And again, a good result on that connection.
And the block from Marquette, too slow reacting to that. They've got to hang out in that middle to right side part of the net. You don't see a lot of offense out of DePaul's outsides because they are brand new this year.
Yeah.
They lost their top outside last year, Britt Maxwell, to graduation. So that's been the question mark to start the season. Who is going to play those outside positions?
They didn't just lose a productive player in Brittany Maxwell. They lost a volume swinger. Handled nearly a quarter of their attack attempts last season. Does this get hands? It does not, though Bailey Nelson thought it did. Onto the floor for Marquette for the first time, Claire Nussmeier. As we get a look at the last chance for DePaul, looking for the hands from Lyons. They weren't quite there. For Nelson, this catches the tape on the swing by Donna Brown. Brown, pretty limited offensively last night. 2 kills on 8 swings with 3 errors. A negative hitting percentage for the preseason all-conference selection.
And we do have a challenge from Coach Zidek. Her assistant coach thought that as the ball was hitting tape, it may have hit a Marquette player as it was rolling out of bounds. But I will also note that she has, we'll take a look at it here quick to see if, too fast for me to see anything.
If it came, it would have come off Nussmeier, who
Right.
was just to the right of Lyons.
But Coach Zidek has switched up her setters again. She went with Molly Murrihy for the majority of the match, brought Phoenix Lee in a little bit during, I believe, the 3rd set. Phoenix Lee is now in there with Donna Brown in that front area, so we'll see how that connects. We'll take another look here.
It's a Marquette point,
No.
and it just made contact with the tape on the swing by Brown. You mentioned Lee, Michelle. She had a couple of assists last night in her debut, so didn't see the 6-2 offense that maybe we thought we would see from DePaul. Savannah Rennie off the ace is back to the service line. Aces entering play today for Rennie. Another swing from Brown, and it goes long. She's hitting from the right side. Remember, Brown was the most efficient hitter in the Big East last season. Just a tick under 40%. Hard swing near side for Nelson, trying to get her weekend going.
Yeah, Bailey Nelson just put it cross court right out of the arms of Skrabek. Skrabek needed to move a step in towards her right to square up against the shoulders of the hitter.
Skrabek's been pretty sure-handed for Marquette and has gotten some reps as a result. But Hanna Karl will drive that right down the line.
She is definitely going to be one to watch for DePaul as they go through this season as a freshman. Nice high ball just inside the pin, pulls it right down the alley.
Standing placement from Karl. Lyons is set, hands were there. Brown got a piece of it. Lyons will try the attack again, dug out by the new libero, freshman Rachel Krasowski. Isabel Banez wore the shirt last night. Works off of hands, saved by Lee.
Nice track down by Jill Presley for DePaul.
And Krasowski puts it over. Wirtz will attack again. A lot of bodies in blue flying in front of the nets. Claire Mosier last night, 12 assists. A couple of service errors. We'll look to clean up her game at the line. Serve there from Mosier. Brown was looking for that back corner and gets it. See her teammates kind of pumping her up there, trying to get their outstanding junior going.
Yeah, she kind of had a rough night last night. And that ball just inside of that white line. Great call by the line official.
Taylor Wolf makes that difficult for Presley.
Taylor Wolf last night, as you mentioned, only had a few kills, but she had 17 assists, and she did a lot of great things to keep Marquette in their transition game. You know, so many people focus on the kills in volleyball, but it's all those intangibles that count, and that's one thing that Taylor Wolf does.
Has the experience to back it up. Two-time Horizon League Offensive Player of the Year at Green Bay. And Michelle, she knows how to do the little things. And, yeah, pushing that up against some eye-popping numbers that she's produced. You look at a night like last night, and maybe it doesn't stand out, but if you're watching, you would see what she did. Set up for Nussmeier. Keeps it rolling. 6 kills on 10 swings. No miscues last night for Claire Nussmeier as she heads off to the bench here.
A nice high back set right on that pin. Nussmeier splits the defense. I just love how long she plays and how high she elevates.
She has got some springs in those shoes. Karl, dug out by Shesso. Vandenberg, handled by Krasowski. Back row attack goes wayward. DePaul has looked, Michelle, a little bit more comfortable in reception today. Better communication. Different look, of course, with the new libero.
Yeah, and I was just about to say that. They look a lot better in their back row play. Even though they're down 5.
Such a problem. That's going to be hard to save any day. And Presley can't fight it off.
And whoever that back row player is, whether it's Presley right now, for DePaul has to get down lower. They have to get on their toes of their feet, not on their heels, and be able to really adjust to whatever's coming their way.
And it was Karl who had the good handle that time to allow for Emma Price to put it away on the opposite side. Karl showing off that all-around game. 7 digs to go along with her 5 kills. Couple of aces. Vandenberg fought that off. The swing here. Krasowski was there for the answer. Wasn't set in an easy spot for Presley.
No, and sometimes you get a ball up that high and you might lose it in the lights. Her timing just wasn't there. But again, you know, Presley, a freshman, getting sets from Murrihy, who's brand new to DePaul, transfer out of Memphis. But DePaul definitely playing more consistent than they did yesterday.
Had to go to a bad spot to get that.
Yeah, and that cut was incredibly difficult. If that would have fallen, I would have been shocked.
So Murrihy Zidek will use a timeout. Marquette starting to pull away from DePaul, up 7 in set number 1. Marquette hit a season high 33% last night. Mentioned the balance they had. You get a look at Murrihy Zidek's team. When we talked to her this week, she talked about having the fall to get her team some reps in practice, to get her team together. Said, we think the talent is there. It's just going to be about developing the chemistry. And I think that was lacking a little bit, Michelle. And that's only something that you gain with experience, that chemistry playing in these match situations. And, you know, the number, again, I'll read it, 447, the number of days between the last DePaul match and last night.
And 50% of her team is brand new this year. 8 newbies. And the freshmen have a long way to go with this program. And as a third-year coach, you brought in your players now that you have recruited. And their goal is to finish, you know, at least 4th in that conference. They were 7th last year, 6-12 overall. But Coach Zidek said when people think about DePaul, they don't think about women's volleyball. They think about men's basketball, women's basketball, and Coach Doug Bruno. She wants to make her mark, and she wants her team to believe we can compete with Marquette, we can compete with Creighton, we can compete with Villanova. And she's got the base to make that happen.
Yeah. Lifelong DePaul fan trying to make the dream a reality. Mentioned the finish last year in the Big East, 7th, but when you look at the way they performed in a lot of different categories, they were middle of the league, a little bit better than their record was. So all the underlying signs were there. They get the point coming out of the timeout. All the joust that goes their way. So DePaul trying to turn it around, and Price keeping it alive before Avery Evans-Allen got a hand in.
Yeah, they called Savannah Rennie on the net violation. When she came down, her arm was there. I love that slide from Marquette. Whether it's Nussmeier or Rennie, it looks so good. Such a fast ball.
And it was Rennie right there. Her first kill. Check that her second kill on her 5th swing. She had one earlier in the match.
Miscommunication there from DePaul, but look at Vandenberg. She went right for her target, which is the freshman, number 3, Jill Presley in blue. We'll see if she goes back there again.
Yeah, that's her second ace. And her 4th of the weekend. Price hammers it, but Shesso has the answer. Here's Lines. She'll get it.
Yeah, and the Big Show doing her job as that libero.
She has been the Big Show.
She's been in the right spot to hit out some big digs.
4.5% for Shesso, junior from McGuanago, Wisconsin.
Great hustle by Krasowski. Holy cow. That was awesome.
And Rennie with a big answer from Marquette.
You know, Coach Zidek talked about Rachel Krasowski, the freshman, competing step by step with their senior libero, Isabella Banez. And Krasowski wants that starting role. And you know what? With plays like that, definitely deserves that starting role.
Well, it's Savannah Rennie. Points to her setter, Taylor Wolf. She knows what to do with it. Marquette in control, up 10. Hanna Vandenberg has turned in a nice game so far. A couple of service aces in set number 1. Had 8 kills and 20 swings last night for Ryan Tice's team. Talked about how good practice has been for them recently. And I think for any coach in any sport right now at this level, practice time is like gold. To take advantage of it and get what you want to out of it, It's not easy to do. It's not easy to do when there could be stoppages. It's not easy to do when schedules change. It's just, there's a lot of difficulties we have to deal with in life, and certainly as the season has gone on. And when you can get good time together, you can make the most of it, have good results, you'll feel good.
Well, and watching this Marquette team warming up, you know, they're dancing, they're having a good time, doing their little TikTok moves or whatever they're doing. It's just a breath of fresh air, knowing that we can have both high school and college athletics in such a challenging time. And it's a breath of fresh air for these young ladies to get a break from school and their mundane lives to come to practice.
Tell me about your TikTok moves, Michelle. I'm sure you have some with a couple of teenage boys.
Zero. I have none.
I find that hard to believe.
You know, I had that conversation with my boys the other day. They both told me TikTok's the girls' thing.
Yeah?
I was like, okay.
Yeah. There's some young men who've made some influence and some money off of it.
Nice dig by Taylor Wolf. Absolutely.
Controlled play for DePaul to set up a swing on the near side that won't go. Vandenberg will push it over. Price, that's out of her reach.
Yeah, that was a tough ball.
And that was a double contact on the way in, maybe a net violation too. The net vibrates off the touch from Price.
That was definitely a tough ball coming across from Jill Presley. I mean, that's not her job as the setter. But the setter got the first touch, and Krasowski, the libero, should have touched too, but she wasn't close enough to the ball.
Price actually did a good job to make it a joust there, but came down with the elbow on the net. She'll deliver the kill here as Wolf can't dig it out.
Yeah, Wolf kind of crossed right in front of Vandenberg. I think if Wolf would have let Vandenberg have that, I think Hanna would have had the dig.
Emma Price leads all players with 5 kills on her 11 chances.
But the rotation that's in there for DePaul right now has a total of 4 kills amongst all 6 of them.
They're looking for a little bit more balance like Marquette had and like KJ Lines had last night with her 7 kills. She is hitting 39% over her last 2 matches after going negative in the first against Creighton.
And Donna Brown just late there on the block, and KJ just splits the seam.
On the overball, set up. Lines. Block arrives for DePaul.
And I think Wolf should have gone up to the middle on that or back to the right side for Bray Ashley. That was just too tough of a set for KJ to work with.
Yeah, both Donna Brown and Jill Presley got there in time to make it more difficult. Bray Ashley, first kill. Didn't get a lot of reps last night. Came in for some ball handling situations and did a really good job. And that's something that Marquette had Bray Ashley, Hope Wirch out there working on pregame.
Well, and that really keeps DePaul on their toes. Where is that set going? Because look at how many hitters you have when you run a 6-2. Little miscommunication there between the Big Show and Skrawbeck.
Had some trouble with the Brown swing. So Donna Brown has matched her total from all of last night's match. She has 2 kills. She'll rotate out. And Sierra Ellison into Donna Brown's spots. Skrawbeck, hard time fighting that off. Ashley was the first to get there, and Ellison puts away the service ace.
And number 9, the freshman, that is her job right now, defensive specialist. She had, I believe, 2, maybe 3 aces last night.
Off hands for Taylor Wolf.
Yeah, Taylor Wolf just attacked the double block, hit high hands, and that was able to fall for her kill. take another look at that. Claire Mosher with a nice high back set right to the pin. Swinging high is number 10.
So Bray Ashley will serve for Marquette. As the Golden Eagles look for the set 1 victory. Lee sets it up off the tape. And DePaul
net violation.
will have another net violation, and that is how set number 1 will come to an end. 25-14. Marquette, a winner in the first. They have taken all 4 sets on the weekend. Here's one more look. It was Phoenix Lee getting in tight, and the contact is going to come there on the way down, and unfortunate to see set number 1 come to an end that way. So Marquette takes the first. Set number 2 coming up from the Owl next. The break. Marquette continues to hit efficiently this weekend.
Yeah, hitting 371 right now, and again, spreading the wealth as they always do, which makes it really difficult for the opposing team to play defense and set that defense up. And as you can see there, DePaul has been there on the blocks, but they've just been a tad late, and Marquette has really exploited that.
14 kills for Marquette in set number 1, 7 different players contributing for the Golden Eagles. Taylor Wolf leading the way with 5 on 8 swings. So having a Taylor Wolf-like start. Last night, 6 different players scored 4+ kills for the Golden Eagles. 3 players had 10 or more points. Ryan Tice really likes that about his team, that it's not just 1 or 2 go-to players, but it's coming from all rotations on the floor. It's coming from everyone. And that can be a recipe for success in a shortened season, a quick sprint to a Big East championship in April, and then an NCAA field that'll be smaller. Jill Presley with the kill to start DePaul off in set number 2.
Yeah, DePaul hit 081 in that first set. Really struggled last night as well. Finished hitting 116, and just a lot of unforced errors.
Through the hands of Murrihy, who is back into set. As Hanna Vandenberg is there for the Marquette kill. So 2 today for Vandenberg. Turned in 8 last night, hitting an efficient 30%. Looking at DePaul offensively in set number 1, it was Emma Price leading the way with 5 kills. Donna Brown gets her 3rd there, sneaks it past the Marquette defense.
You know, we kind of saw that coming from up here, and Hope Wirch just did not react quick enough. It's like they caught her on her heels in that back row. Krasowski did a great job of getting that up, and as you can see, Hope wasn't even moving whatsoever. You got to have some movement going in either direction. Don't just stand still.
Yeah, and to Donna Brown's credit, though, really short swing. So got it off quickly. Knew where to go. DePaul will get the point here on the long attack. So Phoenix Lee back at the service line. She got some valuable reps last night. Her collegiate debut, freshman from Oakville, Ontario. One of a couple of Canadian players on the DePaul roster, along with Avery Evans-Allen. So Wolf back to the service line with her 5 kills, 5 assists. See if she gets back to triple-double territory today. Has done that 4 times already this season. Marquette plays in match number 8. Hands there as Brown and Presley both get a piece of it.
Yeah, and that offense was just really slow because Shessel put a nice high ball up. You knew KJ Lyons was going to hit it, and the block was just lurking.
Just waiting. Works from the back row. Lee had a hard time handling it. So back row attack for Hope Wirch. Springs her to kill number 2.
Yeah,
double contact.
Yep. Not much Rennie could do on that ball because it was a rocket off of Vandenberg. And correction, I think that was Taylor, not Rennie, on that second ball.
There's Karl on the kill for DePaul, nevertheless, and she's there on the block, along with Avery Evans-Allen.
Yeah, DePaul out to a 6-3 lead. I mean, this is neutralizing Marquette at the net. There's that freshman, Hanna Karl, again.
For DePaul, they'll hope for maybe a similar script to set number 2 last night, but a better result as we saw the lead change hands 3 times. Marquette inches a point closer.
Smart play, because KJ Lyons got blocked on her last swing, and that time she just goes over the block and dumps it right behind that 10-foot line in that campfire where nobody's able to get.
Backside. On the swing straight down from Nelson. Second kill for Bailey Nelson.
Yeah, and that right side slide has worked really well.
It's worked well for a number of different players. Nelson, Price, Karl at times. Lyons gets the touch on her swing. DePaul has again changed setters. Molly Murrihy is back in the match. Phoenix Lee, 5 assists. Murrihy with 8. As Marie Zidek gets reps for both of her new setters, one with collegiate experience, one without. Mosier setting up Nussmeier. Turned in a big performance last night for the Golden Eagles and connects here. And for Nussmeier, it'll be her second kill.
Yeah, one thing Coach Zidek told us was that she was going to do whatever she had to get her 6 best players on the floor to compete against Marquette. And if she has to move players around to find it, she will do it. And we've seen that a lot this afternoon. Great coverage there by Taylor Wolf. Skrabek with a great dig.
Sets up Wirch.
That was a great sprawl by number 14 to keep that ball alive. Put it in a position where Claire Mosier could get a good setup to number 8, Hope Wirch.
Skrabek doesn't do anything that pops off the paper at you, but boy, she comes in some big spots and takes care of business for Marquette. Sure-handed. Shesso can't handle that from the near side. On the swing by Emma Price. So Price continues to lead all players offensively. She has now 6 kills on 15 swings, 27%.
Great job by Skrabek to save that misplay.
Gives Murrihy a chance to set up Presley.
Great job, Carly Skrabek. Sprawling out all over the place. I love it.
The rally continues. Evans-Allen cannon. Now Wolf, yes.
You know, even though Wolf got the kill, to me, that goes to Skrabek. She did an outstanding job covering all sides of that floor, diving, and her teammates are just so excited for her right now. That was great.
Taking a long rally like that can be a momentum changer, as now we're tied at 8 apiece. Twice off hands, back in her direction. Presley. Wirtz is able to get there, and Mosier will put it over. Chance here for DePaul. Evans Allen is a little long.
Yeah, that young lady has had some difficulty here in Marquette getting her rhythm. New setter.
Evans Allen today, 1 kill on 4 swings. Takes her 5th, makes the most of it.
And my apologies. I thought Donna Brown was in the match. That was Evans Allen. She actually had a great match yesterday with 10 kills. And a lot of disruptions on the net and blocking.
10 kills last night. Just 1 miscue on 14 swings.
Yeah, Vandenberg almost overran that shot. Had to reach behind her to get the set, but actually put enough top spin on it to drop right in front of Krasowski. We'll take another look at that. She kind of had to slow things down and change up her windup.
Get in position, get the hips facing to the net. Back row swing from Wirtz, gets the touch.
DePaul's got to know that when number 8 is in that back row, that is an offensive option that Marquette does go to and go to often. Mosier with a great dig. And Hope just got the line on that ball.
This goes off the hands of Wirtz. Emma Price with the kill. Marquette has a history of using that back row attack to their advantage, certainly. Throughout Ryan Tice's time here with the Golden Eagles, which is in his 7th season, and is fast approaching career win number 300. Come as early as next weekend if they take care of business today and then take the 2 from Creighton here. 19th active winningest coach. Is Coach Tice among NCAA coaches?
You know, and that just says a lot about the history of this program. When Bon Szymanski left and had great success here, Ryan Tice just stepped right in and just kept it going, and in a lot of aspects made this program better.
Yeah, really took it to a new national level. Vandenberg.
You know, usually when you switch coaches, you have players that transfer out, and you got to take a couple of years to rebuild and get players into your system. They didn't skip a beat. Ryan Tice came in, and they were off and running.
Bailey Nelson gets the kill. Her 3rd of the match for DePaul. All 8 kills on 28 swings. Service error will give Marquette the points.
You know, and Ryan Tice did lose Autumn Bailey. I believe she went to Michigan State, right?
Yep.
And Taylor Lewis, who ended up, I think, going to Iowa. So 2 high-caliber players. But again, they just kept rebuilding and moved the system.
What a reaction there to Donna Brown's kill. Let's take a look at this again. I mean, this is what you want to see. Right to the floor. Spring is there. Set up beautifully by Lee.
And they got the tandem combination between Murray and Brown. It was great. Just straight down to the floor.
That won't draw hands. It'll be a Marquette point instead. Nelson tried to salvage it on the far side. Long from Rennie. Service error for Marquette is the 2nd of the match. Against a couple of aces, both of them from Hanna Vandenberg. Evans Allen doesn't draw the contact she was looking for.
Yeah.
first miscue for Avery Evans-Allen in this match, and just the second for the weekend.
Nice pickup by Hope Wirch on that dig.
Rice will punch it over. Right down the middle. Oh, Nussmeier.
On fire, Claire Nussmeier. Love it.
You can see she was kind of incredulous as she looked back at her huddle there. We'll take a look at this again.
She just faced Krasowski.
Oh.
Right off her head. She had no chance.
Watch the reaction here. Kind of a sorry about that.
Oops.
Marquette is taking control here in set 2, 16-13. Let's take one more look here, Michelle.
This has to be the hit of the weekend so far, between her and that last one from Brown.
Ooh, coming right at you.
Yeah, no chance that Krasowski had to get that ball up, unless it caromed off her head and went up into the air in the field of play. But
now the freshman will shake that off.
I'm sure it's happened before.
That's your welcome to college volleyball moment right there for Rachel Krasowski, who is a fantastic prep player at Sandburg High School out of Orland Park, Illinois. Two-time prep volleyball All-American, 2,000-plus career digs for her at the prep level.
Yeah, Coach Zidek said she was a huge pickup because Isabel Banya is a senior, and she needs somebody to anchor that back row. And number 7, even though she's 5'3", she really covers a lot of the court very quickly. And a high volleyball IQ is another thing Coach Zidek said about her. Very high volleyball IQ.
Athletic family, too. Father Brian was a former Badger football player. Siblings, college athletes as well. 17-13 is Marquette's lead over DePaul inside the Al McGuire Center. Wins in 4 straight sets for the Golden Eagles against DePaul.
Nice
Pancake
job.
Picked up by Mosier, yeah.
And Chasso to get there.
Skrabak stepped in front of that. Here's Wirch off hands and good.
Man, that hang time and the distance that she went on her jump, so good. So powerful as well. Mosier just puts a nice ball right inside the pin. We call that a 3 ball.
Knew where Wirch wanted it. That's trouble for the Blue Demons. And Marquette continues to pull away. Five kills, 9 swings now for Hope Wirch. Marquette clicking at a 31% hitting rate for the match. Karl on the pushover. Wirch again. Feed the hot hand. Good results keep coming.
And the senior doing a great job picking out her spots on the floor, making the adjustments that she needs, and that'll force DePaul to call the timeout.
Set up there by Taylor Wolf. With Wolf and Mosier on the floor at the same time.
I think Marquette's on a 12-5 run. I think they were tied at 8 at one point. DePaul, I think, even was up 6-3 early on. So what had started out as a promising set for DePaul, Marquette just turned up the gas and, again, spreading the wealth out. Wirch with 6 kills, Wolf with 5. Nussmeier and Rennie both with 3.
Ryan Tice told us this is going to be a learn-as-we-go weekend about DePaul and what was going to work against them, but said, you know, our advantage is our experience right now and our experience at different positions. It may not be experience together as a unit. That's still coming together, but transfer experience, certainly 5 transfer newcomers to this team. And we talked about it during the first weekend, Michelle. There were a lot of questions as originally 7 seniors were slated to return for the Golden Eagles this season. Ryan Tice saw only 2 return because of graduations. Academic timing is so important for fall athletes, whether it's soccer, whether it's volleyball, whether at other schools it's football or field hockey. And so some big losses to graduations and post-graduate opportunities, whether working or whether in continuing education. That's real life. That gets in the way sometimes of volleyball, but Marquette has continued to roll regardless. They're up 6 here in set 2. An 11-point win in set number 1, 25-14. Chesso, and she'll put it over. Murrihy sets up Price. Nicely done. Chesso couldn't handle it.
And if I need a point right now, and I'm DePaul,
You're going to Price.
I'm going to Price. That back set from Murrihy is so nice.
That is something that works so well for them offensively when they're in system. Whether it's that or whether it's going down the middle to one of their 2 productive middles. It's Evans Allen on the floor right now, but today it has been Price on the right side.
Nice pickup by Murray on the little tap over.
What a job there by Krasowski to put a perfect ball in Presley's direction.
And Presley just swung so hard off that double block. She went right off the outstretched arm of Hope Lurch.
Did just enough to lead Presley on that right shoulder.
The freshman to freshman connection.
Yeah. That's the future right there, and that's what Coach Zidek is looking for and looking to continue to grow this year. Evans Allen on the attack. Wolf, yes.
I mean, that is just textbook volleyball. The beautiful pass up to Claire Mosier from Chesso. Nice dig on her part. And Wolf just going to the outside of that double block. Or I should say inside of the double block. My apologies.
Wirch at the line. Price again off hands. Wirch.
Wow.
Just got into it.
I mean, you couldn't have drawn that up any better. The play off the net by Claire Nussmeyer.
Oh my goodness.
She just puts that ball up. And you know, when you're teaching the game of volleyball and you've got a slot ball like that, just put it up in the middle of the court. Somebody's going to connect. And that somebody there was Emma Price.
Yeah, DePaul really needed that response. And it was Price who delivers once again. 9 kills for Price. Senior's done a really nice job of keeping her team in it. Right now they're down 5. Still trying to take their first set from Marquette since 2016. Hannah Vandenberg
Says no,
going to make it difficult.
You're not somebody that you really talk about with blocking, but look at the hang time there, the press over the net. Nice job by Vandenberg.
She's a point producer. The role that she has performed, but you're right, Michelle, showing up defensively. Murrihy across, put away by Presley. Presley getting a lot of swings this afternoon. That was her 17th, but just her 3rd kill against 3 miscues. But knocks this one here.
Well, and are we looking at the possible, outside hitter of the future for DePaul?
To be determined, but Presley stating her case. Zidek going young in this second match this afternoon of the weekend. Looks for that first win against Marquette since 2016. in a set, but Marquette trying to continue and extend the string to 25. I think that 26 straight sets. 19 straight match victories in total.
Yeah, 4 freshmen right now on the floor for DePaul. Great hustle by Taylor Wolf to bring that ball back on the other side of the net.
Does Brown get the touch? She won't.
And just out.
KJ Lyons will step back on. Mosier out. So Wolf at the service line will handle setting duties with Marquette a point away from going up 2-love. Not so fast, says Jill Presley.
Yeah, huge swing right there. Just went after that block. Was able to tool it out of bounds for the point.
Ready? Off of Lee. DePaul, they will get the point. They will not. May have a review here, and Marie Zidek will call for that exactly. Hanna Karl said there was a touch. DePaul was trying to make something out of nothing to extend the sets. Let's take a look.
Well, and that back set was so high. I think it may have gone off of Ren. Is that Rennie's arm?
That's Vandenberg. It is DePaul's point. So the Blue Demons win the challenge.
Good pickup on your part, Patrick, on those braids. I mean, look at that high back set. Was so tight to the net. And yep, sure enough, right off of Vandenberg's.
I beg your pardon, Michelle. It is not official yet. There was a reaction on the floor. It is still 25-20 on the scoreboard, and the officials continue to review the last play. One more look.
Oh, yeah. I think so, off of number 2. You know, give a lot of credit to our production crew and our camera guys getting all those angles for us. Makes our job a lot easier.
The guys and ladies do a great job taking care of us, making us look good.
You know, give credit to DePaul after going down in set 1, 25-14, making this, especially towards the end.
So it'll be Marquette's points. It's deflating for DePaul. It looked like the touch was there, but the officials, upon further review, say it was not. So Marquette, 25-20 in set 2. The Golden Eagles have taken all 5 sets this weekend. A 2-0 lead for Marquette as we head to a break in Milwaukee. Back with set 3 after this. Golden Eagles in control against DePaul, looking for Big East win number 2. Let's take a look how set number 2 unfolded, Michelle. We talked about a lot more passion. We talked about how exciting set number 2 was, and really good display of volleyball for both teams.
Yeah, there were a lot more rallies, especially towards the last probably 5 or 6 points of that match. DePaul did a much better job of covering the hitters and getting some key blocks at key times. But it was that balance of the front row attack and oftentimes Hope Wirch for Marquette that just continued to put the gas pedal down and win set 2, 25-20.
Marquette with 14 kills in each of the first 2 sets today. Going to look at Hope Wirch there. She has 7 to help lead the Golden Eagles, both she and Taylor Wolf on that 7-figure. Let's take a look at some of those stats from the first 2 sets. Marquette hitting 32% for the afternoon. DePaul doing a better job offensively in the second. They get 14 kills in their 50 swings. Well, for the match, hitting 13%.
Well, and the digs today for DePaul, much better. They're within 2 from Marquette. Yesterday, they really were out of sync in that back row, and I think changing up Banya's for Krasowski And Jill Presley doing a nice job back there as well. At times has controlled the tempo.
Marquette thought they had the point there. Play continues. Vandenberg dug out by Krasowski. Back row attack off the tape. Now to the middle, knocked down by Brown.
Donna Brown hanging out in isolation. Watches that set from Wolf. We'll watch it again, actually from Claire Mosher. And the play took a little longer to matriculate, and Brown just went right up, hung in there. Said, no way.
Off the edge of the fingers of Neusmeyer and no way, so it'll be DePaul's second point.
But DePaul definitely more alive. Again, playing right now with 3 freshmen on the floor. At times, they've had 5 freshmen.
Vandenberg's swing is long. There's a touch on the net.
That touch was on Donna Brown. Coach Zidek kind of wanting some clarification on that. We'll take another look. Yep, Donna Brown's right hand, it looked like her fingers got bent back.
Grazed.
Yep. Again, great shot from our camera crew.
Attack is good there from the near side from Bailey Nelson. It's Nelson's 3rd kill on 10 tries.
Great job by Claire Mosher getting a foot on that line to know where that ball was and digging it out.
Karl, yes.
You know, and when DePaul is able to get some digs, get some excitement going, they have done a much better job in transition early in this set. And the block from Marquette never closed tight enough, and Karl just went right through it.
Ball's been a lot cleaner, but Marquette's going to get the point there.
And that ball just touching white line. Great call by the line judge. Taylor Wolf back to serve. She'll be setting as Mosher went out. KJ lines into that front row. That line drive serve picked up nicely by Krasowski.
Wirch fought it off. Lines. Krasowski has been rock solid today.
Oh, no.
Ooh. Couldn't make something out of that, could Marquette?
No, but I like what I'm seeing out of number 7 for DePaul, Krasowski. Just a freshman, but she is acting like the floor general out there. She's really taken control and using her voice to be a young leader. I really like that.
Brown won't quite get there as Vandenberg gets the kill here at the near side.
Yeah, smart play by Hanna. Seeing how far back Evans Allen was and just rolled it right over the block. Smart play by the sophomore.
5 kills for Vandenberg. Strawback serve. Lee to set up far side. And Krasowski keeping it alive, but DePaul can't make the most of it.
You know, we mentioned Marquette being very consistent on offense. Well, today, DePaul's been spreading the wealth. Brown with 5, Presley with 4, Nelson's in there right now with 5, and Karl with 4. To add on to how many does Price have?
Yeah, different look. Price is on 9 right now.
9, yeah.
That's out. DePaul point.
Great job by Jill Presley tracking that ball out. She also had her coaching staff there to tell her where she was on the floor.
Another setter change in rotation for DePaul. Molly Murrihy will return.
And Marquette's hitting percentage down to .258.
Yeah, they're 2 for 13 here with 3 miscues. Off the tape, Lyons gets it.
I think we have a net violation on that one. We have a challenge coming from Coach Zidek.
It's their second. First one didn't quite work at the end of set 2. I think the touch was there for DePaul at the top of the tape. The officials in-house are not looking at what you see on screen. They're looking at static cameras that are built into the Al McGuire Center, so they have different looks. It'll stay Marquette points. So that's the second unsuccessful challenge for Marie Zidek. She's got one more. Coaches get 3 to start the match. 5th set is played. Each team will get an additional challenge at the start of the sets.
Well, and I wasn't quite sure exactly what she was trying to challenge there either. It looked clean all the way. I thought maybe they had called a net violation.
I thought so too.
But that didn't appear to happen either.
Yeah.
Nice job there by Evans Allen to get the kill.
She's got 2 on 9 swings. Really saw her best volleyball in the 3rd set last night. Let's hope Wirch continues to add to her total. Wirch, 8 kills. And Marquette spreading the wealth offensively today. 7 different players have landed kills for the Golden Eagles. Wirch's hands were there. That was a problem for Price and company.
Yeah, Price just not able to get the rhythm on that swing. She just had to tip it over. I know Coach Tice is talking to the down official. I'm not quite sure what that conversation is about.
Price has really been the go-to scorer for DePaul today. Rewarded her team. Evans Allen gets a swing in there. There's Wirch. Fastball handled by Krasowski.
Nice spot.
Jill Presley gets it done. That's her 5th kill.
Nice spot by Presley. Holy cow. Ball dug out by Krasowski. She's playing a heck of a match. And she just goes to the inside of that block, gets that angle. Really good look from the freshman.
Price. Does it find the floor?
I think it does find the floor and the touch.
Yeah. I think the touch was there. The Marquette players not sure of where it landed. So that is the 10th kill for Emma Price. She averaged 2.5 per set last season. Wolf with a response. Now Taylor Wolf on 8.
You know, just textbook volleyball there. Nice pass up to the setter, Mosier. Mosier gets a lot of work with, a lot of weapons to choose in that front row.
Price. Marquette has a response with Hanna Vandenberg. And a little help from Claire Nussmeier, too.
There's pretty much only one way for that ball to go, and that's going to be up to that right side. And smart play by Nussmeier and Vandenberg to camp out and time that block right. You could just hear Vandenberg yelling 4-4. That means that ball's going to the outside. Smart play. Vandenberg juiced up, ready to go.
She's on her own run here to put Marquette ahead.
Again, the block between Price and Brown did not converge, and Hanna went right through that seam.
It's down.
There's a challenge coming.
Yep.
Yep, the challenge is that ball was out. Both Katie Shesso and Hope Wirtz looked at that, and Shesso put her arms up right away. It was out, and Coach Tice didn't even skip a beat. He just got up, grabbed the card. That is close.
Good follow.
I'm not calling that one. I'll leave that one up to you, Patrick.
I will defer as well. I'll defer to somebody on the crew. If anybody has any thoughts, feel free to share. Another look here. Need the eagle-eye technology to help us out, but boy, that is close.
Yeah, from that angle, I mean, the ball's right in front of the line judge, but at the same time, it's coming so fast.
That might be a hard one to overturn.
Yeah, not enough evidence.
Yeah. No harm for Ryan Tice in using that challenge, certainly. If his team can walk out of set number 3 with a win, it would be another match victory, and it would be the 5th 3-set win for the Golden Eagles already this season. Last year, they played 19 matches that went 3 sets and won 18. They were quick in dispatching their opponents last year, on the way to a 26-8 overall record, 16-2 in second place in the Big East, runner-up in the championship tournament that was played here. We have a decision, and after review, it is a Marquette points.
You know, you just wonder how that line official feels after he called it out and then the play is in. I mean, the ball's going so fast, and that was a matter of centimeters, maybe even millimeters.
(11-9) our score.
Nice pickup there by Murray, covering that block for DePaul.
Shesso. Now Vandenberg. Brown pushes back over on the joust. Wolf gets the point.
Net violation again.
Yeah.
That time on Donna Brown.
That will be a focal point this week for the Blue Demons in their practice.
Yes, because both Donna Brown and Evans Allen have had a tough time close to that net.
Yeah, they'll get back in the rhythm, certainly, and know where they are. Big swing on the near side for Presley, who continues to impress today. She had kind of a rough start, but is starting to find her legs.
Yeah, her 7th kill. Yesterday, she was really not a factor at all. In fact, the outsides yesterday for DePaul were pretty non-existent, except for Hanna Karl, but Hanna Karl with her 5 kills got some from the right side as well. It was Evans, Allen, and Price from the middle and the right side that provided the offense yesterday.
It can't be dug out on the back row by Karl. So Taylor Wolf has kill number 9.
When DePaul right now needs a side out. They're down 3 in the middle of set 3. Great control by Phoenix Lee.
Lee, really good set to get that side out, Michelle.
Really good set.
And Brown put it away.
And Coach Zidek is rewarding her for that as well. She came right over, and that was impressive from that freshman.
Stay the course. They will with Lee. Their 10th assist.
Whoa!
Lowering the boom, Savannah Rennie.
Okay, that may have been the play of the match as far as the kill goes.
What a set from Mosier.
So fast on that slide.
Explosion from Rennie.
Can you imagine if this place was filled with people right now?
Oh, my goodness.
It would have been electrifying. That was electrifying.
That was a needed response.
Yep. Bailey Nelson, again, you know, somebody that has been coming off the bench but has not contributed last night to the offense. Today, she's got 6 kills.
Michelle, back to fans. There is a small group of spectators on hand. Those are friends and family members who are allowed entry into the building as Rennie gets the kill for Marquette. And one thing that Ryan Tice talked about with us is that newcomers to the program, again, the 5 new transfers, as well as freshmen, they don't have a sense of what the home court advantage is like here in the Al McGuire Center because it is real.
And they're also not playing on their really nice volleyball court either.
Yeah.
They just don't have the hands to get in here between basketball and volleyball to get it changed in time.
Rennie.
You know, it's Savannah Rennie, Offensive Player of the Week in the Big East. 2 huge kills, big block there. She had been quiet up to this point. But she's so long with that 6'2" frame.
Evans Allen, nice response. That's what DePaul has done well when you look at this set. Marquette has had some momentum-changing plays. DePaul has responded after, you mentioned it, getting a big side out a few points ago.
Yeah, they are playing a lot better today. You know, set 1 was shaky, set 2 losing 25-20, and they're hanging around in this set.
Can't help out Presley there.
But I think Coach Zidek has made some key changes. The biggest one going with Rachel Krasowski, that freshman. I mean, we were told that she would battle Isabel Banez.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a tough play. Skrabek able to get that up on the Marquette side. We'll take another look at it here. Pancakes it out, and Taylor Wolf just able to touch it over onto out of the reach of Krasowski.
Man, Skrabek has delivered some nice moments when called upon. That was certainly one of them. That's out of the reach of Krasowski. So KJ Lines adds it to her total. She's got 7. Timeout for DePaul. Marquette up 6 in set 3, looking for their second sweep at home in as many days. Yeah, much better response today for Coach Zidek's team. And she talks with her group.
Yeah, Marquette just too powerful. I mean, they're too experienced, maybe not together as a nucleus, but all around. You know, Savannah Reddy's played college ball. You had Taylor Wolf coming from Green Bay, where she was the Horizon League Player of the Year 2 years in a row, I think you mentioned, Patrick. And they just know what it takes to finish off the match.
Well, not far away now. 6 points is all they need to finish up their weekend's work. Coach Ryan Tice.
And they've cleaned up their hitting percentage. You know, hitting 32% right now.
Yep.
DePaul still hanging around in the 100s. 12%.
So DePaul might exit with a couple of losses to their ledger. They'll have a matchup at Milwaukee on, check that, home against the Panthers on Tuesday. They've added a non-conference match to their schedule. Maybe a few more coming for Murrihy Zidek. We'll see. Big East play is continuing for them next week. Playing in the West Division this year, Butler, Xavier, Marquette, Creighton, DePaul. Try it again from the near side. It's Karl this time who gets it. Wolf was able to fight it off on the first try, but Hanna Karl knocks it down on the second.
And she goes behind the service line where she had 2 aces yesterday. Very impressed with this freshman, how she came out in her Big East debut. 5 kills, 2 aces yesterday.
Lines puts it away.
Nice set from Taylor Wolf.
Lines today, 8 kills, 30%, continues her good run of play over the last 3 matches. Remember, didn't play a complete season last year. Season-ending injury, missed the final 18. Nice look there from Claire Mosier. Timeout DePaul. Marquette 4 points away from putting away the Blue Demons for the weekend. Here's a look at Claire Mosier's service ace. For Mosier, that is her second of the season. Good to get her on track in that respect. Look at the Marquette coaching staff. They've put together a nice schedule. They've put together a nice run. The schedule got started early for them in January. And as we make our way toward tournament selection again, we've talked about it. There are not that many spots available in the NCAA tournament field this year as we sit at 48. They're putting the resume together to put themselves in consideration. They'd like to take care of a Big East championship, Michelle. That's kind of eluded Ryan Tice in his time here. Marquette's only championship tournament win was in 2013 at Creighton. But the Golden Eagles have been there virtually every season recently.
And this year's Big East tournament will be played, I believe it's Easter weekend, April 2nd, 3rd, in Creighton.
In Omaha, yeah.
Yeah, DJ Skolko Arena is phenomenal for volleyball. Just like I love the Al McGuire Center for Volleyball as well. Right on campus, you get that volleyball floor down, and it's very homey in here, just like at DJ Skolko.
A couple really good environments in this league. Creighton will come here next weekend to take on Marquette. In the second set between the two teams, they played a non-conference weekend last week. Carson Murrihy will get some reps. Freshman from Lee's Summit, Missouri. He's a quality recruit coming in, top 100 player in this most recent recruiting class. Murrihy gets a swing. First chance, she gets hands there at the block as well. So active starts. Carson Murrihy, a lot of touches there. Can she put it away? Yes. Wow.
Right. Look at her team. They just jumped right onto the floor. So excited for her. That's gotta feel good.
I mean, she did that entire rally by herself.
Oh, yeah. There's the pass.
Yep. Mosier had the only touch there other than Carson Murrihy, so that's
awesome.
That's nice. Price. Murrihy again will put it in Wirch's direction. Presley, yes. 23-15.
That was a much-needed side out there. Number 8 for kills for number 3, Presley. Again, I've been very impressed with the freshmen. Presley, Karl, and Krasowski. Even Phoenix Lee setting some great balls when she's been in there today.
Yeah, this is a really good class that Coach Zidek brought in. Part of the reason it's a really good class is because of the work she and her staff have done as recruiters. And we talked about it a little bit last night, Michelle. What a salesperson for the DePaul University experience and what this program can be. She was all over it with us.
Yeah.
Imagine being a recruit in that same pitch. Chicago native, grew up going to matches at DePaul University. A lot of experience in the coaching ranks. Murrihy can't save it, and it is a Marquette win. The Golden Eagles took all 3 sets this weekend. They have won 27 in a row against DePaul, and now their 20th straight victory in the series. It was an exciting Saturday, Michelle. A lot of passion, good back and forth play. DePaul will certainly have things to build on going forward, but we've seen some of the best of Marquette this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely, especially the back row play. I love Skrabek, Shesso really digging things out as DePaul brought a lot more offense this afternoon than they did yesterday, and that made Marquette really work, especially on that net, but also in the back row.
You see a few of those spectators finally getting the opportunity to enjoy some home volleyball at the Al McGuire Center and enjoying Marquette taking care of business with a second straight 3-sets victory this weekend. It is their 5th of the season in 5 tries. They improved to 2-0 in the Big East. Michelle, let's take one final look at how this one unfolded for the Golden Eagles in the win today. And another balanced effort for Marquette.
And the consistency as well. You know, the Golden Eagles just seem to be gelling at a great time in their season, playing very well together. Give credit to the 2 setters, Claire Mosher and Taylor Wolf, for spreading the wealth and setting the table as usual. And Savannah Rennie getting it done towards the end with a couple of huge kills.
Marquette hitting 34%, 8 blocks, all there offensively and defensively, and everybody getting their opportunities. From Carson Murray and her 1 to Taylor Wolf and her 13 kills. There's your final look at the statistics in this one. Yeah, Marquette solid defensively all the way around. And the Golden Eagles cruising to Big East win number 2 and their 6th this season in 8 outings. 25-14, 25-20, 25-15. Your score line this afternoon from Milwaukee and inside the Al McGuire Center. The Golden Eagles are back here for a big one next week.